everybody. When disaster strikes, first responders, of course, rush in to save lives. We've seen them in action in Texas since Hurricane Harvey roared through, working around the clock and bringing stranded people and pets, by the way, to safety. Among them are first responders from Western Washington. Here with more about their work and how to support them, please welcome from King County Office of Emergency Management, Deputy Director Jody Miller and Deputy Ed Troyer from the Pierce County Sheriff's Department. Welcome to both of you. So there's a lot going on. Tell us a bit about Pierce County and King County and who's there helping now in the hurricane.
Sure. Well, Pierce County is the sponsoring agency for one of FEMA's urban search and rescue task forces, and they sent a team of swiftwater rescue experts down that was made up of Pierce County, Seattle, and King County responders.
That's amazing. And so are they still there?
They're heading home as of 10 o'clock this morning.
And they probably worked around the clock the whole time.
Yes, indeed.
What about King County?
Pierce County. Well, our guys went up.
County,
Yes, fine.
yes.
Our guys went there too. They've been to Katrina. They've been to when the towers went down, astronaut shuttle recovery. So we're very lucky here in the Pacific Northwest. You know, from people like Jody have given us a lot of training on how to do a lot of diverse things. So we're very popular around the country when anything happens.
I bet you are, and probably very experienced around water, which is important
Correct.
to this.
The swiftwater rescue teams that work out of Pierce County, because we have a mountain, we have all the rivers, and we have everything there. So our guys, for lack of a better term, practice all year round when they're training or on real missions. So they're very valuable cross country. So
give me an example of what a swiftwater rescue would involve.
Well, that would take an incident where somebody got trapped in a river or in a log, and you have to put somebody in a very powerful river, which they'll call a drowning machine if you don't know what to do. And they'll use special boats and equipment and tools and lines to put people in the water to rescue people in places where other people wouldn't be able to survive.
That's amazing. And pictures out of there with the alligators. That was like the one too many thing for me.
We don't have that.
We don't have that here,
that.
but you have that when you go someplace else. Now, Ed, you've responded to disasters all over the place. Tell me a bit about the mindset of people who go as a first responder, how it affects you, what it's like afterwards.
Well, you know when you're going there to do work, and you don't want to be in the way. So when you get down there, you see everybody. I went to the tornado in Alabama, and people are just shell-shocked roaming around. So you want to do everything you can to help, but you want to stay out of the way. And that's why they ask people, don't show up and help because you're going to be in the way. Right now, give money, let the first responders save lives, and there'll be plenty of time over the coming months for anybody who wants to go down there and help to get involved with church groups, get involved with social organizations and help. But right now, let the first responders do their job. And
as a person, when you come back from seeing something like that, how do you decompress from that experience?
You know, what's really interesting is when we come back, and our guys that are on the road now, when they come back, they go straight back to work here. And we have fires going right here, and we have people being deployed up into Crystal Mountain and shutting off roads.
Can't they have a day just to hang at Starbucks or something?
You know what? I guarantee you, they're probably sleeping on the way back a couple days, and when they get back, they're ready to go. And you know what? The possibility is they might get turned around and sent right back to Florida before you even get home.
Yes, so that's part of what they do, right? Jody, tell us a little bit about the wildfires that are going on. Because we're all watching the ash come out of the air today.
That's the thing right now, as we're still responding to Harvey. Irma is headed
on its
toward,
way.
And most of the western United States is on fire. So everyone is short on resources right now. So we're really careful from the emergency management perspective. We want to go help everyone, but how many resources do we send across country when there's such a desperate need right here? So I think you'll see, even though people want to go south to Texas to help, we need to stay put because there's so much going on right now. And as Ed said, these responders are working around the clock. So we need to make sure we have enough resources to allow them to get some rest when we can make them rest, and trying to help the residents who are living here and are displaced from their homes.
Do we have any idea? I mean, it seems like we're on this roll. We're in hurricane season. We've had all these wildfires. Are we stretched especially thin at this time, or are we ready for all this?
I think we're always stretched, but in Washington State, we're really good at leveraging resources. So we partner from counties and cities across the state. We come together to pool our resources to help. So we're as agile and as flexible as we can be to ensure that the residents are taken care of as well as the responders.
Lots of mutual aid.
Good.
I mean, lots of, you know, 25 years ago when we both started this, that wasn't there nearly as much as it is now, but we've learned from the fire departments. Well, fire departments will reach reach out to other fire departments, police departments. We all work together with Department of Emergency Management, and it's like there's this giant pool of resources, and everybody gets what they need, whether we have to drive across, you know, county lines, city lines. You know, people are looking around now, they're probably seeing big lines of fire trucks from multiple departments heading up towards the mountains. That stuff's all pre-planned, predetermined, and it's not just something they put together because this happened. It's something we practice and drill for the last 10 to 15 years, which is something when we first both started didn't occur.
Well, we're very grateful that things have come along that way, and I know we're always grateful when others help us, and grateful you guys can help others. You mentioned something important about, you know, not necessarily rushing into a situation you're not trained for and sending money. It's important for us to kind of know how to help, right? I mean, sending boxes of unmended clothes or whatever is not necessarily the best way to go about this.
Getting your old clothes out, probably going straight into the trash somewhere because it's just too much work to sort them. And somebody has to go do that. Somebody has to go do that. And if you show up, you've got a car, and you've got to stay somewhere, and then you become a liability instead of a help. And even when we send our own people, they go in as a team with their own tents, their own food, their own trucks, and they're just
completely self-contained.
Completely self-contained while they're doing the rescue, and that way they're not a burden on the local people.
And usually down the road, then there are lists of organizations that are prepared for, want, and need volunteers, and you can find your way there.
Absolutely.
Please give through organizations that you know, volunteer your time, and with everything, I think the theme is preparedness. So everything we can do as individuals to get prepared, that's what saves lives.
Really good idea. Just, you know, before you do anything, make sure you've got yourself ready for any potential disaster. We'll be back after this.